Alright, so I'm going to show you very quickly how you can not only improve your FPS in Deepwoken or just Roblox in general, but also uncap it. So if I go to my Deepwoken right now, and we just wait for it to open, we can see up here that it's 660, right? So it's capped at 60 FPS, not going above that. And I'm just doing that to prove that this works, right? So basically, the first step that you're going to want to do is hold the window key and press R to open up this run menu, right? And then just type in app data, just like I have it here. Now, after you've done that, this window will open up. You go to local, scroll down until you find Roblox, and then go into versions. Now, this is important. You want to find the most recent version, since Roblox obviously updates all the time. Mine is usually the very bottom one, but you can just check the dates it was modified. The most recent one is this one. So I'll go into that. And then if you see a folder here called client settings, then you don't have to make one. But if you don't see it, then you just simply make it yourself. Open it. And then in the description of the video, I'm going to include the code that you're going to need, which is basically all of this. Now you're going to want to copy the entire thing, including these brackets. You can just hold Control and press A, copy it, and then you're going to want to go to a JSON formatter site because it needs to be a JSON file in order for this to work. You simply just paste it into here, process, and then you don't have to worry about any of this warning stuff. That's just normal. After this, you download it. It'll come up data.json, at least that's what it's like for me. And then you just simply drag it into the folder that you just made. And then you want to rename this to client app settings. So you'll know that you've done it right if it says right here that it's a JSON file. And then if you open it, it has the entire code that I gave you. Now, you could modify this if you wanted to, I guess, but you probably don't want to for the most part. One of the lines in this are involved in uncapping FPS. I set mine to 300. There we go. I set mine to 300. It's this one. Originally, it was on 60, but the one that I'm gonna put in the description should also be 300. So if you want to change this to like 144 hertz, or 144 FPS, let's say that you had a 144 hertz monitor and you just didn't want to go above that, then that's what you would do. You can make it 1000 if you want, just really any value. But I put mine as 300 because I just think it's a good number, and you're never gonna go over 300 in Roblox because it is terribly optimized. So then now you just save everything that you did, and then you simply open your game. Just wait for this to open, and then now if I open my FPS, as you can see, it's capped at 300, so it's not going above 300. So FPS is uncapped, and if I were to go to one of my builds, another way to know that you have successfully done this is if you go to the settings and you have 21 graphics options. So I set mine around halfway because any less than this can kind of like mess with the render distance, as you see in the background. So I just keep mine on here for the most FPS without messing around with the render distance. You could lower it if you wanted to like 2, like if you're doing chime, obviously render distance doesn't really matter, so you can lower it to 2. Or you can just make the game look better than normal, make it max 21. But I just keep mine around halfway without it messing with the render distance. And that's pretty much it. You've uncapped your FPS. It should also improve your FPS. It might not be by the largest margin, but it does improve FPS, which is always nice, even if it's just a little bit. Also, I think it's important to mention that after every Roblox update, so let's say that you're opening a game and it says configuring Roblox or updating Roblox or whatever, it's going to come out with a new version. So in that case, you can just copy the client settings folder that you made, go to whatever the new version is, and then paste it back in, because you're gonna have to do that every time a new version comes out in order for it to stay. But it's a very simple and easy way to uncap FPS and improve it without using any external programs. And I just thought I'd share it with you all.